What's going on, guys? Kulprit here. Welcome back once again to my Battlefield 4 Gun Locker series, a series where I review and analyze all the weaponry in Battlefield 4. Now today we're going to take a look at the MTAR of the Carbine class. It wasn't a weapon I was planning on doing. I was going to do probably the AEK, try to wrap up the assault rifle class of weapons for the most part. But playing with the Battlefield 4 All-Star crew, I actually needed the engineer kit. We've been playing Rush, Obliteration, Conquest, the bigger game mode. And this was on there. I used it a very little bit. As I started using it, I really kind of started to fall in love with it. Had really pretty good results. So I figured I would go ahead and do that gun next, kind of jump out of the assault class, figuring you guys are kind of wanting to take a look at this one, especially since the stats just recently were put up to Stenghts along with the L85. So we've kind of been waiting on those to see if the stats kind of coalesce with our impressions using the weapon. Let's get right into the pros of the MTAR. It is a really good rate of fire at 900 rounds per minute, besting some of the more popular assault rifles and carbines out there like the ACWR and the ACE-23. It has a really nice damage model. It has a damage model that of the assault rifle, again, while being in the carbine class. So it's a weapon you can use in any class you'd like to, in any loadout. But it has that nice 18 damage minimum, so that really kind of can help you when you're kind of trying to take people down medium range, whereas typically this type of a weapon would have more of a 15 damage. So, you know, just that little bit of added damage can help you out in a gunfight. It's not anything crazy, but it is just something unique to it in the carbine class. It has really good ADS spread while moving. This gun is built to be mobile. It is built for run and gun. When you have this gun, do not be afraid to move. It's going to be your advantage. You get in a gunfight, you're going to want to strafe and move around. It has very good spread while moving. It also has very good spread while hip fire, both moving or standing. So this gun is built for run and gun, as I mentioned. Grab it, get on the go, be aggressive, apply pressure. This is your Battlefield 3 run and gun type weapon. The flip side of the coin obviously is the cons, and the reload time on this weapon is very bad. At 2.5 seconds with a partial filled magazine and 3 seconds with a completely empty magazine, this reload will get you killed very often because, as I just mentioned, this gun is built for mobility, run and gun, aggression. Long reload coupled with aggressive play a lot of times will get you killed. You have to keep that in mind. You have to kind of be a little more careful about how and where you reload. Rate of fire can eat ammo very quickly. That 900 rounds per minute is going to chew through magazines. It's going to drain your magazine reserves. Can be a bit rough, can be a bit tricky if you're using it as something other than support. It has a lot of horizontal recoil. It's pretty balanced on each side, but it still jumps horizontally quite a bit. Coupled with that, it has a pretty high first shot recoil, higher than a lot of the other guns you're going to compare it to. And it has bad ADS spread while standing still by comparison. Now, it's still better, obviously, to stand still from fire, but by comparison to the other weapons in its class, both think like the ACWR, the AK-5C, the ACE-23, and the 416, it has pretty bad ADS spread while standing. So now that we've talked about the pros and the cons, let's talk about my recommended usage. I've already mentioned it. High mobility, aggression, run and gun. This gun can be used as your typical, you know, again, like I said, Battlefield 3 playstyle. Run, apply pressure, keep moving. Hip fire is very good with this weapon. This gun can clear rooms. It has a really high rate of fire. Again, it has a little bit extra damage, so you just get this feeling that it's chewing through people. I know on paper it doesn't really have anything to back that up, but when I use this, I felt like I got a lot of multi-kills. I got 2 and 3 multi-kills. Were nothing rare with this weapon, but you got to keep in mind, a lot of times you're going to die to that 4th guy because of that heavy reload. Controlled aggression, like I said. You can't just run around willy-nilly and go crazy. Controlled aggression. Be aggressive, apply pressure, clear one room, stop, reload in a secure zone. Don't just always be pushing. You have to be smart about it, but you can surely be aggressive and on the move with this weapon. Now let's talk about my recommended loadout with the MTAR. Like I said, you're always going to be moving, you're going to be running around. For the optic, I prefer an RDS sight. I typically don't mind a hollow sight, but again, I think you're going to be using more hip fire or really quick ADS, so go with the Coyote or the Cobra. If you really like the RDS, the red dot sight, go for it. I don't like it. I feel it obstructs your view too much. I favor the Coyote or Cobra sight. Again, the HD33 and the hollow sight, not too bad, especially as you're unlocking things. That would be probably my 3rd choice. As for the barrel compensator, absolutely curbs this horizontal recoil. That's one of the Achilles heels of this weapon. But again, suppressor is a great add for this gun because it really fits the playstyle that you're going to be using the MTAR for, and that is aggression, run and gun, moving around. You want to stay off the mini-map. You don't want to let the bad guys know where you are until you rattle off a couple of rounds at 900 rounds per minute up the side of their head. Underbarrel, now this is, you can go either way. The angled foregrip is going to help really, tame that first shot recoil. It's pretty bad, so that definitely would help. or the ergo grip, vertical grip, which is obviously going to accentuate further the mobility on this gun. It's really going to be a matter of how you plan to use it. Are you going to be aggressive? Are you going to be pushing? Are you going to be clearing buildings, that kind of thing? Go with the ergo grip. Close quarters, you know, short range, absolutely go with the ergo grip. If you're going to be a little more standoffish, a little more controlled, a little more defensive, I guess, cover to cover, go with the angle 4 grip. Again, test with both of these. Stubby grip is, potato grip is not a bad attachment. There's no such thing as a bad attachment in the underbarrel category. Just the other two are that much better for it, so just leave the stubby or potato alone, I would recommend. As for the accessory, I usually start with the green laser sight. It's a little harder. Enemies don't quite recognize the green laser sight as much to give away your position, and it will help you with that hip fire running gun style, as I mentioned. Beyond that, I would probably go, again, you want to be aggressive, pushing, think clearing rooms. I would go laser light combo. It seems to fit very perfectly for the role this gun is going to fill. To blind your enemies when you ADS, accentuate and buff your hip fire when it's off the hip. In summary, guys, like I told you, this gun kind of snuck up on me. I recognize it was a good gun, but I didn't quite, understand subtly how powerful this weapon is. For me, like I said, now, listen, I do have to disclose, this review was done primarily post-patch, so this whole feeling of getting more multiple kills and things like that, that could have something to do with the patch. There's nothing I can do about that. You know, the patch has changed some things. We don't have a full list of what exactly has changed, so I could be picking up some subtleties from the patch change that I'm bringing into this weapon. I don't know a way to correct for that. I've really enjoyed my time with the MTAR. I've had really good results, round after round after round, especially when you consider the fact that I'm still kind of a relative noob to things like Russian obliteration. I don't really have the map knowledge I like having, so this gun has absolutely allowed me to shoot my way out of those bad engagements I've gotten myself in. We were joking around saying that 900 rounds per minute is almost like a built-in lag compensator, so even if you kind of lag and you're almost about to get first shot killed or something, or latency issues, or of course netcode, well, those rounds flying out of this gun are fast enough to overcome that and still get you the kill, or at least maybe you're going to trade something you probably should have lost. It's a very powerful weapon. Give it a shot. It performs a lot better. Most people have an opinion that this weapon's kind of like a PDW, built only for up close, because it's very stubby, very tiny. It almost looks like a pistol. But no, actually this weapon performs quite well at medium range. Now, obviously, you'd rather have Scar H or something like that, MTAR-21 for medium to long range, obviously. But it has the ability, absolutely, to reach out and touch somebody at middle range, medium range. You don't have to feel inept. You don't have to feel impotent out there. You can absolutely get them, take your target down, but always be trying to, close that gap, close that space, because close quarters, CQB is where you are going to be the most powerful and where you're going to have the most advantage. Again, I like to outfit this weapon towards that slant, CQB, up close, aggression, run and gun. But again, remember, controlled aggression, because that reload is a big, big Achilles heel for you. You're going to get 1 or 2 or 3 guys. Try your best to be smart about it so you don't get killed by the 4th guy that's coming after he sees all the skulls pop up on his minimap. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you appreciated the video, please hit the like button. That really lets me know that you're enjoying this and drives me to make more. I always appreciate the support. I will talk to you soon, guys. Take care.